My name is Westmoreland, formerly artist named Honest.
Bro.
Yeah, I try to be kind. I try to lead with kindness. Grandma, she taught me the kindness and the patience. My granddad told me how to step on motherfuckers' necks. Even performing, like this is probably gonna resonate with the person this way if I do it a certain type of way. But I don't ever let that try to influence what I put out there. Dylan Assman.
Dylan Assman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes by Jasper Dixon now, but he's the producer behind the Likely Friends. Like first weed purchase, there's just like the one marijuana please. Legendary.
Nice duck.
Damn.
Dog-sized
horses.
Yeah.
You good?
We're good.
I used to be scared of being alone. Grandma told me, precious child, don't worry. And now I'm getting all these wins on my own. Think I'm better off being Mr. Lonely.
Okay, cool.
I used to be scared of being alone. Grandma told me, precious child, don't worry. And now I'm getting all these wins on my own. Think I'm better off being Mr. Lonely. Mr. Lonely, nobody don't know me. And I can't stand the thought of something controlling me. Gotta show me peace and pain in the knowing. You can't hold me till you give me that soul, please. And I'll be up on my way. Bright ideas in the night, so overcome darker days. Don't matter my definitions, they all come off twisted. Thankful for some pain and show me ain't no limit to this shit. I persist simplistic, kinda sorta sadistic. These scars got history, fuck a bitch, fuck a friendship. I think it's funny niggas be thinking they my peer. We ain't on the same page, category or atmosphere. Ain't nothing I feel. Come close, you feel it, baby. Must gotta pull on. Bad bitches stay gravitating. Greatest joke ever. In the end, we all closed it. While I'm here up in this moment, I'd rather be open. There's really no joking. I used to be scared of being alone. Grandma told me, precious child, don't worry. And now I'm getting all these wins on my own. Think I'm better off being Mr. Lonely. Mr. Lonely, nobody don't know me. And I can't stand the thought of something controlling me. Gotta show me peace and pain in the knowing. You can't hold me till you give me that soul, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for watching. And second of all, this is our first session of Xpossed, which will be a platform for artists from Chicago mainly, but if there's any other artists that like to be part of this platform, you guys have the opportunity to do that. So you can just always email us, send us a message, and yeah, it's not exclusively for artists from Chicago. But that's how we are starting today. And the purpose of it is to give artists the opportunity, and over the years I have worked with a lot of really, really talented artists, and they don't have the chance, the platform to actually show their skills. That's just my intention to give more opportunity to those artists that I think are really good. When people watch this show, I want them to watch content that's worth it to watch. That being said, I'd like to introduce y'all to...
My name is Westmoreland, formerly artist named Honest. And thank you so much to Francisco for having me. Appreciate you, man. Grateful to be here.
I've been listening to your music for quite a while, but more recently because I knew we were gonna have this interview, and it changed a lot, and I think I'm more focused on the content, not just the sound, but the content. And your shit is deep. And I got some stuff that I want to talk to you about later. You know what? Let's start from the beginning. When did you figure out that this is what you wanted to do? You know?
Back in 2010, 2009, back in high school. But first off, I just want to say, much love for giving a fuck about lyrics.
Oh,
this shit's not easy.
Bro, I'm telling you.
But yeah, outside of that though, back in 2010, 2009, I started off as a poet. I always wrote. I always found a way to express myself in a way that was, what's the word I'm looking for? Something that was like visceral.
Mm-hmm.
Something that was like people could feel. Even in poetry, before I even transitioned back into rap, I was influenced real early heavy by like Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, okay.
Kanye West.
Okay.
Ice Cube, Jay-Z, Pharrell. It was just so many, different people that I like listen to. And I'm real grateful to have been born in the household that I was around. In my grandma's house, like, it was just a crazy mix. My uncle, who was like a firefighter, had like a crazy hip hop connection. He used to be a manager at Sears. And so he got like first dibs on all the CDs when he used to come out every Tuesday.
Xpossed.
Yeah, he got first, and he just had this insane
at the house. So he was able to take him home?
No, so yeah, we all lived together in my grandma's house and everything. This is before he became like a firefighter. He was just manager of Sears. Other uncle who was like working on cars and stuff, like he was always working on cars in an alley. He was an alley rat.
Okay.
And he was just always listening to like rock and roll, like AC/DC, Queen, all type of different stuff. And so I came up with all these sounds around me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My big cousin. Your environment. Yeah. But this is before I even started writing. I was just exposed to this type of stuff, and I didn't know until later. When I actually started formulating songs and I actually started like experimenting with certain things, like, oh shit, like, this is why this registers with me. This is why I prefer this type of production. Okay. This is why I like these certain things. It speaks to me in a certain way. And that kind of comes up in some of my music and in some of my later stuff.
And the song is it's from your project, the library project?
Vincent?
No, it's yes, but we'll talk about it. Yes, but we'll talk about that later. But because I do want to talk about it. The name of the song is called Two Sides of the Same Coin. So I wanted to ask you: is this part of fictional and part real life?
So
that shit, I was like, damn, that shit gets me.
So the whole thing with the library project. Oh, sorry, Millie. I think she think I'm in.
It's Mel. Come on, yeah, you can put her down. She likes you though. Yeah,
okay, so the whole thing with the library project is, if you listen to it, it's from the whole 5 songs, it's a journey in its own way. There are stories within it, and that was intentional. Okay. And so, Two Sides of the Same Coin, if you look at the track listing, it says honest featuring dishonest. It says dishonest. And that song, if you listen to it, there are 2 portions. Okay. At the very beginning, it's almost like an intro into the perspective of each like verse. This first verse is this very, very dark, bleak verse and everything. Where the first line when the verse comes on is, how could I tell you I just killed a man? That was the first line and everything. And then the second line is, another day, another dollar, what I holler, and everything. So the whole thought process behind that is, we're talking about the inner city. 2 sides of the same coin, on how 2 people from these 2 very, very different perspectives. Whereas this one is living this street life and he's trying to like do whatever he can to survive or make a living, because he states, I got kids, this, that, and the third. That's the first verse. And then it transitions over into the second verse. This guy, he just working a regular 9 to 5. He seen his mother struggling. He fears this violence that's in his neighborhood. Like, you know, steady praying that I don't get popped because a nigga think that I'm a op. That's a real fear, like an incidental, like, oh man, that he looks familiar. And then boom, blam, and everything. Meanwhile, the guy that's in the first verse, the dishonest, because this is not really me. The dishonest, his perspective, he's like, yo, I'm doing whatever I can. I'm stepping over whoever I gotta step over in order for me to go ahead and get these wins. Particular verse, the how can I tell you I just killed a man? It's kind of funny, but I finished that verse on my birthday out there in Plainfield and everything. I remember sending it back to the engineer, Dylan, and he was like, yo, what the fuck?
I killed a man. Are you from Chicago or?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm from the west side of Chicago, in the Austin area, born and raised.
Before that's my grandma's house. Before that, me, my mother, and my sister were in the projects in St. Stephen's, right off Western, right around like Crane High School. That's where me, my sister, my older sister, she's 10 years older than me, Tiffany, love her. My mom, me, her, and my sister were in St. Stephen's for a point in time before my mother got married and elevated her status within her like career. She like take care of like small kids and stuff like that. Like even in the child care center in the project, she was like there and stuff like that. So she was just always had this thing about education.
Do have you know, since I met you, you come off as a very polite, very educated, and that's a really important thing. I feel like to get it anywhere in life,
yeah,
it's one of the things that not everyone has. You know, not everyone has it. It's you, bro, like for real.
Yeah,
you know,
I try to be kind. I try to lead with kindness. You know what I'm saying? And especially with just the things that like my elders done taught me, bro. Like my grandmother, she taught me about kindness and everything. And I like to feel like I hold two sides of that spectrum. Like my grandma, she taught me the kindness and the patience and, you know, the faith and everything. And my granddad told me how to step on motherfuckers' necks.
At least you got a ginger.
Yeah, so it's
it
like
balances out.
Yeah,
like,
you have to. You know?
have to. Yeah, you can't misinterpret my kindness
for weakness. And it's so true. And as I'm getting older,
you're old. You're not old. I mean, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, okay.
I turned 29 in October.
You're not Libra, are you?
Huh?
Are you Libra? No.
No, I'm Scorpio. Of me seeing these people that would have given the shirts off their back be treated unfavorably. And it's
yeah. Well, you know what, and I think it's a good thing that you are very observative of those things, because when people observe those things, they do something about it. You know, when people walk through life like zombies and they don't see any of the things that happen in life, they don't do anything about it. But it is cool that you see those things and then you can transform that into music. I want to talk about just venting. I was actually listening to it at the gym. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it, and then you tell me maybe I'm thinking my perspective is wrong about it, but what I understood about it is about the struggles that people go through every day. You have to keep going.
No, I'm not breaking down.
Like you have to, no matter what, dude. Especially in this industry, not everyone's gonna believe in you. That's what, you know, and I was listening to this song and it's just like, I don't know, it got so much of me, like, I guess not giving up. And thanks, man. That's cool. It's like motivating, you know?
Thank you for that, because art is subjective, and, you know, people could hear certain things and they just take whatever it is from it. It's good to hear that you take it from an inspirational place. I listen to that song now, and I remember where I was when I made it, and I remember what I was going through when I made it. Just venting is literally just putting it out there. Like even the lyrics, Fighting for inner peace in the inner city streets, working to make my life everything is meant to be. Mentally, I've been drained. I'm talking out of my brain because I noticed the way that everything changes. I maintain these little things I gained. It's not good enough. Think about the times I used to think I wasn't good enough. That's why I led off with, it's interesting that you take that, because I've had people tell me that that's like, oh, that's like an emo song. That's like, I'm for real. And that's why it's so interesting to hear and engage with people that take in your art in whatever type of way. Yeah, but it'd be interesting to hear like, oh damn, like you took it that way, or oh, I didn't even know this could be interpreted that way. And it makes me go into this space of like, oh, when I do certain things now, it's like, okay, I know that even performing, like this is probably going to resonate with the person this way if I do it a certain type of way. But I don't ever let that try to influence what I put out there.
Yeah,
because
I think it should be your own shit.
Yes.
You know? I feel like at the end of the day, you have to be the one that makes the decision of how your music comes out, and you don't want to please your crowd, but also
stay true.
Like, you stay true to your shit. Boom, 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 boom. Right after the other one, I was like, that's
And then we had our guy, Isaiah Sanderman, who's the front man for the band Such Jam Much Chill. He came through on the trumpets, on the saxophone. So that was a live instrumentation of him and everything with the saxophone solo throughout that project, actually.
Okay, yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to ask you about your music. So everything you guys, because this project that we were talking about, it's you and then
Dylan Assman.
Dylan Assman. Yeah. Okay.
He goes by Jasper Dixon now, but he's the producer behind the Unlikely Friends.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I wanted to talk to you about that too, because you were telling me that now you're also doing some solo stuff.
Yes.
So but you are still having some projects with Dylan.
Right.
But this is your thing that you're doing now.
Okay. So, all right. So the Honest era. That's why I started off with it's Westmoreland now. I'm going by my last name, and the artist. I was formerly Honest. Like I like the name Honest. It was cool when I first started here. I met Dylan in school when I wanted to learn how to mix, engineer, and record myself better. Me and him graduated together. We had a really, really cool interaction. He released 3 projects. The first one was The Library. The second one was one called Cooking Good. It was inspired by Breaking Bad. And the third one was Here and Now. That's the most recent one and everything. And yeah, he's the producer and engineer behind
Instagram.
So my handle on IG is Who Westmoreland, all together one word. Who, W-H-O, Westmoreland. That's 3 words. West, W-E-S-T, More, M-O-R-E, Land, L-A-N-D.
And it'll be somewhere on the screen so you guys can see. Where do you see yourself in let's say in 5 years from now? What's your plan with music? Or
to live off my art, to truly live off my art. That's why I see myself. I see myself living freely off my art, living freely off my art, traveling.
Okay.
And I want to put emphasis on this so it's not to come off across as inflated or anything like that. You don't necessarily have to be the biggest mega star in the world in order for you to live off your art. And within these next 5 years, I plan on not only having me out there in a bigger way, but also artists that I really have respect for, and artists that I really want to go ahead and work with, because I feel like through unity and community, great things could go ahead and happen. I have so much music to be performed and everything. I'm glad you brought up the live performances, because that's such a big deal to me. Like my live performances and everything, like bare minimum 30-minute sets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my like realm. That's why I like to lock into set list. How does this song coordinate with the other song? Let's switch it up. Let's go in between all these projects, all these different songs that you brought up. How do they marry with one another in a live setting? And that's where their head takes. It's like, oh, okay, this sounds good as a project. But how does it sound together? How does it flow together when it's like live people taking it in and then reacting to it and everything? That's another cool thing that I really enjoy doing, you know, too. And it's something I would love to do, like I said, outside of myself, with other artists that I truly believe in. If you look at my IG, like the some of the events and everything that were thrown, like at the art house and everything, those things were really important to me. It's a part of my aesthetic because I've been a big fan of art, art in any form my whole life, like acting, TV, poetry, painting.
You like acting too?
Yeah, this is stuff that I've taken into like my entire life.
Look quicky breaky.
Okay, cool. Chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, appreciate it,
That's,
man.
yeah.
Appreciate you.
Cause you know, so.
I didn't know you smoke.
Bro.
I didn't know.
Oh,
You do it before the gym and everything, or
Yeah.
I know. I'm about to say I know people. I switch up and hit it like when I go home. You know what I'm saying? Like after the workout,
Oh,
right
well,
before
you're
I
like-
hop in the shower. And
You're like,
stuff.
refreshing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to chill.
Yeah, that's usually what it is for
Really,
me.
your previous experience with weed or no?
Actually, it was in high school. The girl I was dating at the time, she was a smoker. Going back,
You didn't get high the first time?
no, I really didn't get high the first time, man. Okay, so
But were they
smokers.
instigating, or you were like, I want to try it, or?
So it was never no peer pressure. It was
Oh,
never no
okay.
peer pressure.
Okay,
Even though
okay.
my
That's what I mean,
my
okay.
girlfriend at the time, she was a heavy smoker. The people she was hanging around with smokers and stuff like that in high school. They offered me one time, and I told them how I felt about it. I'm like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like football team, I'm taking myself too seriously and shit like that. You know, I'm like, I'm cool.
I don't want to fuck my
But then-
shit up.
Yeah. When I like made my like first like weed purchase, there's just like the one marijuana, please, like type shit, everything. You
One
know,
little baggie, please.
Yeah. I ain't, it was strange. It's like, oh, whatever and everything, and it's crazy because it's just like, you know, coming from the west side and everything, it's just like, oh, you all around this shit all the time. But it was just like more so like what they knew. They was looking crazy. Like, when you start smoking, nigga? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
When did you grow up?
Yeah, like when did you start smoking, nigga? And it was just like, it was just
Got a
funny
fucking
thing.
mustache and
Yeah. And
I'm gonna show you a series of pictures and then describe them in one word, okay? So
Okay.
I gotta. What do you think?
underrated,
Underrated.
funny.
Funny. Yeah, he's funny.
Their
Okay.
reactions are funny.
Okay.
Their reactions are funny.
Okay. Yep.
Legendary.
You hear the crazy shit he's doing right now?
Nah, he's just legendary.
That's a good answer. Oh, funny, bro. Do you know him?
No,
You don't know who he
I'm
is?
just taking the picture and that's just greed.
Okay. I guess this is a good one, I guess.
Inspirational. Beast.
Oh yeah?
Beast.
I wasn't
Beast.
I wasn't aware of how like deep you felt about that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one. We're gonna some. You can see who he is, right?
Yeah, I know who Rogan is.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say eccentric or racist?
Oh, seen any of the tapes? I haven't seen any of what they're talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know.
When he was saying the N-word and everything like that, he was saying nigga, and they put it up over there and everything, and that's the thing, right? That's why I like leaned upon at first eccentric, because he has a wide variety of people that he welcomes on.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like you could really say, oh, he is, because he has had, you know, all
everybody.
kinds of people.
Yeah,
So-
he's had people on there that have straight up like went on there to argue with him. He don't just like welcome people that agree with him.
Exactly. Like he gives them the space.
The full spectrum.
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons I respect it and everything. But on the other side,
It's like a dilemma.
it's the comedic side and everything, because it's just like, I understand he comes from a comedy background and everything, and I understand that he tries to make a point by going left field sometimes and everything and trying to make it like a full circle thing. That's like a thing in comedy, I guess. But when he said, like, in any context, you saying that word, and it's been reported and showed like a bunch of different times, it becomes a thing of, hold on here. To which I seen he said the apology and everything, and I seen that he tried to say like, oh, I said these things in context and in honest jest and everything, in context of conversation.
He was just pretty much saying, I mean, if you take it out of context and you just put it that way, it's gonna look bad.
That's why he said it was a hit job.
Yeah.
That's why he said it was like a hit job by people that are like, is there like a
So how is it gonna come on now? And then just kind of, you tell me what's your next move.
So if you listen to, as we talk about lyrics and everything, which I really appreciate, I like this stuff, me elaborating upon, you know, my ideas. I appreciate the platform for that. But with the name switch, it's me making the music, if you can believe it, more personal. It's no mask. It's no character I'm hiding behind. Like, this is my name. This is who I am and everything. And with me going into this new territory, I'm just feeling. We talking about the lyrics of Jen's Vin and everything like that. You know, the self-doubt and everything. I feel like that has kind of disappeared more and more as I've done more. And now, like with the new music, even the new like beat selection and everything, it's different. I'm going more melodic, in a good space with it. Okay. And the name of the project is Somewhere Getting High with Something Easy on the Eyes. It's a mouthful, but that's the name of the project, and I'm really, really happy with the direction.
Ask you. This is the last section of the show. It's just a set of dumb questions, short answer, and then we'll wrap up. You know, this is what we'll do here then instead. As a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up?
I used to want to be a scientist.
Scientist, sweet.
It's the most generic shit ever as a kid. I want to be a scientist.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Palm tree.
Palm tree?
Yeah.
High as fuck.
Yeah, just
there.
consistent. You know, it don't waver during whatever type of.
Just stay up there.
It's just the palm tree. You know what a palm tree is gonna be every day. It ain't like an apple tree or a banana tree. Like, oh, those motherfuckers go bad. Palm tree is a palm tree.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Would you rather fight 100 dog-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Damn.
Dog-sized
horses.
Yeah. Because I would say dog-sized horses, you could just fucking kick them, right?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. But then you say,
Just
man, anything bigger than you is gonna fuck you up. You say
just by like getting on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 100. I'm gonna go with the 100. I'm gonna go with the small ones and then.
All right.
I feel like I can live.
Thank you very much, man, for being here, dude. I really appreciate your time and
Thank you.
You know your craft and shit. please, everybody, just I'm gonna put the link to his information. Please comment, subscribe, follow, check his music. He's got a lot of stuff on his Instagram. And anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. Westmoreland. Appreciate you guys and everything like that for listening. I hope you enjoy the music, and if not, maybe I'll make something you love one day.
That's good. That's a good note to end on.